Hey, what's up? This is Dr. John Delony with Ramsey Network. What is happening? Hope everybody's doing good and you're catching up on these YouTube videos. We're having a blast here, man. I look forward to talking to you all soon. I'm taking calls today. Actually, I'm not taking calls. I'm going to answer some reader emails here. And by the way, dude, everyone's clowning on me because of this. My computer's disgusting. I'm going to get it cleaned up, so don't be drinking the haterade. All right, here we go. Here is the first one. Hello, Dr. D. I watched a live telecast of marriage, money, and mental health on Wednesday and found it most beneficial. Thank you. In your talk, you mentioned communication is not connecting. Can you please elaborate more on this? I've always heard that communication is the key to any successful relationship. Thus, listening to your comment confused me. Awesome use of the word thus. Haven't heard that since the Old King James Version Bible. That's pretty dope. I would appreciate further clarification. Yes, this is an awesome question. Okay, so here's the deal. Connection is not communication. And so what I mean by that is this. Communication is just transferring information. And again, we're talking semantics here. So if you can say we're great communicators, that means we sit down and we talk to one another, we look each other in the eye, we hold each other's hands, we hear each other, we use the same words, we speak in pictures, we know what each other's saying. If that's communication to you, awesome. What happens when we get stressed, especially during this pandemic time, or especially when people are feeling super lonely, is we start communicating by just using words. When we start passing along information. Here's a good example in my life. I text my wife, I love you, all the time. I love you, hope you have an awesome day. I love you, take care. And so what I'm doing is I'm passing along information to her, right? And she's getting it in the cell phone in black and white text that just says, I love you, I love you, I love you. So anywhere between 70 to 90% of communication, depending on what internet article you read or who makes up what. I've never seen the actual studies, but so much of our communication, of our interaction is nonverbal, right? My eyebrows, they're huge, but they move up and down. I always moving my arms and my hands, my face, my smile. So much of the way we interact is nonverbal. And when I text somebody, just the characters, I suck out 70, 80% of our communication and just make it text, right? That's just information. So if I've texted my wife, I love you 80 times today, and I get at home, I don't feel like I need to say it anymore. She knows, I've communicated, I've passed along information to her. That's not connecting. And what happens over time is, even though we're passing information back and forth, hey, what time do I need to be here? I need to leave in the morning. We homeschooled our kids this morning and they're doing fine. Or I love you and I will see you at 5. We're passing along information. We're not connecting. And so the way I would differentiate communication from connecting is making intentional time to see each other, to communicate full body, to look each other in the eye, to hold hands sometimes, to hug, just to feel one another. If you are quarantined away from somebody, that means getting on FaceTime. That means asking the words, how are you feeling? How are you doing? Are you doing okay? Really getting in depth with somebody. That's what I mean by connection. And when you find yourself just communicating, you'll know it because you start feeling distant, you start feeling separate, you start passing along info, and you're not making these deep soul connections. Every day, if you've got somebody in your life, you're not quarantined away from them, right? So let's say whoever your partner is living at home, hold their hands in the morning and look them in the eye and say, how are you doing? Tell me how you're doing. What's your picture of today look like? What's our picture of today look like? And how can I best serve you today? And then ask them to say that back. Do that for 1 week. And it's going to feel super awkward and super weird. Just tell them that some YouTube doc hack told you to do this for a week. That's going to be how you feel the difference between communication versus connecting. And when you feel like texting someone to say I love you, call them. Or, do one of those Marco Polo things where you can actually see their face and just say, hey, I love you. It's not going to be the same as connecting, but it's going to be better than just reading the text, right? Do what you can to put the screens down, to look people in the eye. Say, I love you. How are you doing? How can I serve you? This is Dr. John Delony. Don't communicate, connect. Connect. And we will talk to you soon. Make sure you subscribe. And I'm just pointing down because I'm assuming there's a subscribe button somewhere, or it could be over here or over there. And I will see you soon. Take care.